Good morning. I'm doing good. How you doing? Good morning. How are you doing? Y'all having a good morning? I ain't feel like getting up. I did go to bed a little sooner last night, so it did help a little bit this morning with getting up. It did help a little bit. Still working on trying to get into bed. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Say what now? Oh, it was so good, child. Oh, it was good. Can't wait to try that shepherd's chicken pot pie tonight. Make some biscuits. If I got some cheese, I'm gonna put some shredded cheese on top of the biscuits. Oh. Yeah. Like that right there. Yes, it is. Who is this? Hey, her Lexa. Long time no see, girl. Okay. Today is Thursday, y'all. Tomorrow's Friday. This week about over with, ain't it? Thank the Lord for a good week so far. You know, you watch me? Okay, that's what's up. Thank you for letting me know that. At least I know, I know you be there. So yeah. I need to do my brows. Look at my brows, y'all. Maybe I should just touch them up, huh? Damn it. Gotta use my cocoa butter stick, child. I don't even know no oil at. Maybe I should touch my brows up. Cause they show enough. I ain't gonna do them thin like I normally do. I'm just gonna just I'm just fixing to. I got some nice thick brows too. I've never seen my brows this thick, y'all. Because I've never let my brows grow. So basically, only thing I've been doing is shaping my brows up, but I ain't been thinning my brows out. So I've never known that I had thick eyebrows because I've been arching my eyebrows ever since I was like 13, 14 years old. So my eyebrows, they got a natural arch to them because I've been arching them for so long. But yeah, they look good though. I got some full brows. hmm Good morning, Miss Sharon. Good morning, Miss Rosalind. Good morning. I think today is gonna be a hot day. That ain't coming out right. I'm gonna get me some breakfast today. I've been not getting breakfast for a couple of days. Some started last week sometime. I ain't wore this black in so long. It's like eyeliner. It's like it's not even giving what it's supposed to give. I don't want to do it, but I've been ready to mess up my green. I do wear the blue. Why don't I see? Why don't I see? Oh, right here. Is this black? Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, why I don't see my black? Did I really use this much of my black one? No, that's a different brand. I'm gonna say. There you go. Ooh. I think I like my green better. Hmm. I think I like the green better. Give me a little bit of something, a little something, something up under there, a little color. I don't know how I'm feeling this. I don't know how I'm feeling this black right now. And it's funny how we go through changes and don't be trying. You just get tired of certain stuff sometimes. You know, like never thought that I would get tired of seeing my little black eyeliner. Okay, I'm just gonna shape this up. I ain't really gonna take nothing off. Just shape it up. Shape it up. I'm trying not to go too much, do too much up on the hill, cause that's what thins it out. But I do want my arch up in there. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely needed that little taming there. Okay. What I'm looking like? This eyebrow. This one ain't as full as the other one. The other one real full. Thank you. It was good, girl. Okay, let me arch this up right here a little bit more. Go up in there. How they looking now? They look alright. Look better. A little bit more even. Oh hell no! What's going on here now? D, shit. I done messed up somewhere. They probably was fine. I had my eyebrows pushed upward. Mm. Leave him alone. Fuck it. Leave him alone. Cause I be done made them thin like I like them and nope. Hot. Burning, 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 burning. They look like cousins now. Whatever. I ain't messing with them no more. It is what it is. They're gonna be just like that till they grow back. Just like that. It's about time. As I'm ready to nope, cause it's still hanging long. All my little curls I ain't dropped yet. I'm about ready to move it to the middle. Well, my hair's so cute like this though. Y'all, why did I have to see? Good morning, Tika. Leave him alone. I am. Why did I have to see? I was looking at what was I looking at last night? I was looking at. Oh, I was looking at Bel Air last night. Fresh Prince Bel Air, the new one. Why? I might do me a little bit of messy bun up here today. But why did I have to see the girl with the red faux locks in her head? She got fake locks. Um wow, that's amazing. That's good that you're doing good and got you a job. I'm happy for you. I'll sure tell them. But yeah, that's amazing. You got a step going, two steps going in the right direction. So that's a blessing. But yeah, don't get me started, child, because honey, I'm trying to stop and I'm over here about to praise the Lord this morning. But thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for another day. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you be doing. Same job was on LOA. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, still, that's good. But anyway, thank you, Lord, for everything that you do, even when we don't see you. Well, thank you. But anyhow, amen. But anyhow, yeah, I was looking at First Prince of Bel Air, and the girl she had some red locks in her head, but it was the fake locks, the faux locks or whatever. And y'all know I be wanting to dye my hair, man. Y'all know I do. And she had like this burgundy color. Woo! Mm, mm, mm. Good morning, Tanya. Girl, when I tell you it was so cute, I was like, oh, babe, look at her locks. Babe told me some, oh, shit. But I want mine to die so bad. I just don't want to die because I don't want for I don't want for my locks to look dry and stuff and not healthy. I don't want no dreads that don't look healthy. I don't want my hair look like that. But I want some color. And then on top of that, I don't want the dye to start making my hair turn grayer and grayer and grayer. Because once you start dyeing your hair, it start getting gray faster. So I already got my little that's coming in. And I ain't ready for no gray hair yet, child. Honey, I'm still a young tenderoni. I don't think I ever get old. I might be one of those people. I don't think I ever, my soul is old, but I don't think I would ever get old because I'm 38. And y'all love to say, you young, you to know this or to know that, but at the same time, it's like I'm 38, you know? I'm 38. So it's like at 38, almost on the way to 40, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I'm gonna try or even be like people that's my age or older than me. I don't think I'm gonna try to be like them with their attitude and ways and you know how they act and stuff like that. I don't think I ever be that. Cause honestly and truly looking at them, I know y'all adults and shit like that, but we all grown. But y'all look boring as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all look boring as hell. Y'all look like the type of people that don't know how to have fun. Y'all look like the type of people that take stuff way too serious. And I'm just not that type of person. When you get up to a certain age, you feel like that you can't play board games anymore. You can't have fun anymore. You can't be yourself anymore. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I like still feeling young. That's how I feel. Like I don't know how old I'm supposed to feel. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel at 38. I don't know how you supposed to act at 38. You know what I'm saying? 40. Like how you supposed to act? I don't know. I ain't got that shit yet. I don't think I got it. I don't know if I would get it either. I don't think I even want it, honestly. I like how I am. I like being the one that's just out I'm an introvert, but I'm outgoing too at the same time. I like to have fun. I um I like to have fun. And you know what? I thought about that thing when I talked to y'all the other day about me being an introvert, how I am, what I went through and stuff like that. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I am an introvert. I do like to be to myself. I'm a loner. But I feel like I may not be an introvert neither because I might be an introvert and not an introvert. Oh no. And then you know how I be telling y'all, I need to stop saying this too. I'm gonna try stop saying this. You know how I be telling y'all that I'm not a people person. I tell y'all that. I've been telling y'all that for a long time and I know this about myself. That I'm not a see, you see what I'm doing? Okay. let me just say what I was going to say. I'm just going to say right now, I know this about myself, that I'm not a people person, right? But when I sat back and I thought about that thing the other day, because I always say that, I always tell y'all that, I always tell you that I'm not a people person, but I kind of think that's a lie. I kind of think it's a lie. I kind of think that I walked in this life for so long that I actually believe that. But I'm not the people person, like the type of person that just walk up like that's just, you know, that's just super friendly and a guard not up. I'm not that type of person now. But if you meet me in public and we just in the grocery store or whatever, and you just start talking to me or speak to me or ask me a question, I help you. I hold conversations with people in the store that I don't know. If you start talking to me, I'm friendly. So I wonder, why do I say I'm not a people person? And you want to know what I thought about when I thought about that thing that day? I think it's because of the way that I came up. The way that I came up, I am suspicious of people, but I don't mess with everybody. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't mess with everybody because I do have a sense that lets me know this person ain't right or that person ain't right. I can sense you, but um I think I'm like that because of the way that I was raised, honestly. Like, I'm gonna go back to when I was 8 years old. And I ain't finna this ain't finna be no long life this morning because I'm finna go. But I'm gonna go back to when I was 8 years old. And this is when I learned to cook. And I told y'all this before, but one time, like one day when I was 8 years old, my dad, I went outside to play, right? I went outside to play, and my dad was watching me outside the window, out the kitchen window, cause we stayed in apartments downstairs, and the way that these apartments was set up, if you went in the kitchen window, you could see over into the field where we played at. And so one day I went outside to play, and it was a bunch of boys out there that you know we was playing with. And the boys that we was playing with, some of them lived over there in the apartment where we stayed at, but he knew who they was. Some of them was older than me, some of them about my age, some of them was a little younger. But we all was out there having a good time. So I remember coming in the house. I don't know what I came in the house, but I know I came in the house. And when I went in the house, my dad was standing in the kitchen, and he was like, "I'm gonna let you know I'm watching you." That did something to me when he told me that. I felt like I couldn't be a kid again. I felt like I couldn't be a kid. I felt like I couldn't go outside and play with boys without being, without him feeling like I was trying to, what they used to love to say at the time is coat. Like I wasn't coating and stuff. So I couldn't go out. I felt like I couldn't go outside and be a kid without them thinking that I was coating. And one thing I did not want was one of my daddy's whoopings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did a lot of things, but one thing that I did not want was his ass whoopings because my daddy did not play, honey. He didn't play. When I tell you I had very strict parents, I had very strict parents, and my daddy did not play. And even when I was doing stuff that I ain't had no business doing with little boys and stuff like that, I wasn't like sexually like that, but I'm just saying. And I wasn't messing with a lot of little boys like that neither. It was just this one little boy I stayed in trouble by. But when it came to that and me doing things that I ain't had no business doing, I used to tell the little boy, no, I said my daddy'll beat your ass too. That's what I used to tell him. My daddy will beat your ass too. So, like a lot of things that I probably could have did, I didn't do because I had fear. My parents had put fear in me, you know. But he, it's like he took that away from me from wanting to be a kid. So from that day forward, that's why I told y'all I started learning to cook at 8 years old, because from then I stopped going outside. I stopped going outside. I stayed in the house all the time, and I pretty much turned into the house sister. I was the house sister, the babysitter, the cooker, the I was all of that. So I think that's why I say that I'm not a people person, because growing up, I didn't surround myself with people. I didn't have friends. I didn't. I didn't have no friends at all. I was a mean person, and I kind of think that's why I call myself mean too. I was a mean person, and I just didn't play. I just didn't play because I had younger brothers and sisters, a younger brother and sister, and I was always in protection mode for them. So I was the oldest living in the home, out the kids. So I was always in protection mode for them. I did a lot of things to save them and keep them out of trouble, fight for them and stuff like that. Like I would literally be at home in the room, and my brother would come running to the house to come and get me because we got to go fight somebody because they messed with him. And that's what I was. I have always been a protector, always. And so that's why I feel like I probably don't like people, because I've never had friends, never like really hung out with people. Like just was always to myself. Like at 13, 14, 15 years old, you'll catch me in the room in the mornings, kept watching the Golden Girls. In the afternoon when I got out of school, couldn't wait to go watch Monk. Like Lifetime. That's all I did was stay in the room and watch Lifetime all the time. So I kind of think that this way of mine that I have, and I always say that I'm not a people person or I'm mean or blah blah blah, woo, I think that came from my raising. I think it came from my raising. And I was mean because I didn't play about my brother and my sister. That's why I was mean. And my brother, he was mad. Bad. My brother was bad as hell. And I had to fight for him a lot of times. So until he made it to middle school. When he finally made it to middle school, that's when I stopped that last time I told him, I said, you know what? I said, I'm done. I said, you got to start fighting for yourself now so you don't look scary. And after that, that's what he had to do. But I still was, a protector for them. And then once I got older, I became a protector for my mama. I became a protector for my mama. But and it's sad that I have to say this, but it's true, My mama was with a man that pretty much uh molded her into what he wanted her to be. And she was dependent on him for whatever reason. She was dependent on him. But I kind of think that it wasn't so much of depending on him. I think a lot of it was that she was scared of him. She was scared to leave. She always said that she didn't want no other men raising her children, But I think that she knew that that shit wasn't gonna happen. If she stayed right there in Florida where he was at, it wasn't gonna happen. So she stayed out of fear. She stayed out of fear. That's what I believe. She stayed out of fear, and she stayed out of the some kind of love that she had for him. Because they had been together for 19 years. So and then she was young when they got together. So I can only imagine how she loved him if I loved somebody the way that I loved them and was only with them for 3 years. But yeah, I became a protector for her. And the reason why I say I became a protector for her is because when they finally split up, God had me on an assignment for her, y'all, for real. Like, and I'm not bashing or talking about my siblings or nothing when I say this, but my other siblings, they left my mama. Not saying that they left her because they didn't want to be with her, but my sister left my mama because I think she thought that she was gonna have a better living with my dad or something, or she wanted a little bit more, or maybe she wanted to be in Florida, or whatever her reasons was. I don't blame her because she didn't understand nothing at that time. She was young. And my brother, he was in Job Corps. Not saying that he loved her, but he wasn't with her because he was in Job Corps. My dad had sent him away to Job Corps because he was always getting in trouble. So then there were me. And so when my mama finally left Florida, I tried to do all I could to help her so we could stay. And the house that we was in, they were buying that house, but it was in her name. So she left the house and everything, and finally turned it over to my dad. But um, she had to learn to stand on her own 2 feet, and I don't know why I was so mature as I was, or just the way that I was at such a young age, because now by this time I'm 17 going on to 18 years old. By the time I moved to New York, I had turned 18. So I don't know why I was just so I don't know why I was just the way that I was, like just it's like I was strong. It's like I want to say strong minded, like I was her strength. I was her strength. At that time, I think I was her everything. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't really have her children with her and all us together. And then, she was trying to get on her own 2 feet, living with a sister and just bouncing from place to place, place to place. I'm telling you, I moved like 9 times in a year. Not within like a year. Moved 9 times. So that was a lot on me because I was making a lot of the decisions. Like, it was, I'm not saying that I was controlling my mama or nothing like that, but it's just like she really didn't have her own mind at that time. She wasn't grounded at that time. So, like anything that I said, that's what she did. For real though. For real. It's like I was the one making the decisions. for real. And she was working, making the money, but I was making the decisions. It's like once we moved out of their house and left Florida, I started making all decisions without even trying. Without even trying. I withdrew myself out of school. I was in the 12th grade in New York. I withdrew myself out of school when the weather had got bad. Um, it was snowing and stuff, and we had to walk to school in the snow. We weren't used to that. They knew we weren't from there. We walking with a damn umbrella to school and some damn Walmart snow boots that wasn't keeping our feet dry. Okay, but I withdrew myself out of school, and right before we ended up was supposed to have a blizzard or whatever. I told Mama, I say, Mom, we got to go. We lived in New York for 9 months, and I told Mama we got to go. Mama said, you want to leave? I said, yeah, I want to go back to Florida. Didn't know what I was going back to Florida to, but I wanted to go back to Florida because, like I told you, she was making the money. I was making the decisions. And so we ended up going back to Florida. I said this wasn't going to be no long live, but it is what it is. Maybe I just need to talk about this because I feel like I'm on a healing journey for real. But anywho, um, we ended up going back to Florida, stayed with her brother. She didn't want to stay there because, he had a wife, they had them dogs and stuff, and she just didn't want to stay there. She just felt uncomfortable. So we left her to stay with her sister, God rest her soul. And her sister, it was cool, but she couldn't get along with me. We got along as long as I didn't I wasn't I as long as I didn't stay with her, me and her got along. But as long as I stayed with her, we couldn't get along. And I think we couldn't get along because remember I told y'all about how I used to be a hothead and in my mouth and stuff like that. Like, yeah, like that was real. That was me. And I wasn't putting up with no shit from nobody. Like I learned that from my dad. My dad taught me those ways of being like that. He literally taught me that. So, and he taught me this you know just through his raising, just through his raising. And I remember one thing my dad used to tell me all the time. That's why I know if he was still here, he'll be so proud of me. I ain't even finna cry, y'all, but man, he was something else, but he was my dad, y'all. He was my dad, He was something else though. But I know that he would have been proud of me if he was still here. If he was still here. Because I remember when I was, man, why I always do this? I remember when, so back when I was younger, right, to make money when I was at home in Florida, I was known for doing hair. Like I did hair. That's what I did to make my money. And I did this throughout my middle school and like the first 2 years of high school. And I remember my dad every time he come in the house and I be doing somebody hair, he'll tell me, he'd be like, see, he'd be like, see, that's why I'm proud of you. He said, because you know how to You independent. My daddy used to tell me that all the time. Like that's something he used to tell me all the time, but I didn't understand that neither. He said, "You independent. You make your own money. That's what I like about you. See, I ain't got to be worried about you because you make your own money." And so he had, but yeah, that's one thing he used to tell me all the time, you know. But he was mean, he was strict, he had me doing a lot of things. But the once I got older, I realized those things that he taught me, I use them now as an adult, and didn't realize that, you know, just because he wasn't saying, "I'm gonna teach you this, I'm gonna teach you that," he was teaching me a lot of life skills that I needed. That's why I'm such a budgeter, frugal person that I am, because that's something that he instilled in me. He um he just taught me how to be a frugal person. So but yeah, so my auntie, back to that, she, it just didn't ever work with her, you know, and I didn't like how she was trying to control my mama neither. So I ended up leaving my mom, and I went and moved to Tampa and with my friend. And you know, when I moved there, I was telling my mama, like, "Come on down here with me, like, you know, we got somewhere to stay down here." She ain't want to go. She ain't want to come. That's why she went there. She ain't want to come. But just so happened she ain't have no choice. This one particular time, she ended up with me in Tampa, and my mama, you know, we end up moving in with them, and kind of find out we weren't gonna be there long. It just wasn't, like, now that I pay attention to the way that things were then, it just wasn't meant. All that moving and all that we went through, it was just temporary, because God was trying to um, do something with my mama. He was trying to help her get grounded, stable, independent, you know, teach her to have a mind of her own. Um, like, whatever it was that she learned out of that, I can't tell you. But I know that that was a part of what her journey was. So we finally ended up having to leave there, because it was only temporary, because the ones we went to stay with, they was getting put out. So now we got to move again. So we end up going back to Florida again. Last long story short, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. We ain't go back. We ain't, not to Florida. I meant Cocoa. Back to Cocoa again, but we didn't go back there. Long story short, my mama's sister came and got us, and she was living here in Dothan at the time. She don't live here no more. She came and got us, and it's a true story. And I'm just gonna speak my truth. I don't care who don't like it. It is what it is. I'm just gonna say it, because the truth is the truth, and the truth is the light. And if this helps me get this up off of me to be a better me, it is what it is. But we moved to, and when we moved to, I realized I was close to my grandma and my sister. This is my first sister. So when we got here, I went and stayed with my sister. My mama stayed with her sister. So I stayed with my sister till my mama got her project. This was our first time ever living in a project. And my mama got her project, and that's when I came back. but my mama was forced into this project because her sister just didn't want to stand with her without saying that. So she pushed my mama out. She wanted her out so bad to we ain't have no damn curtains up to the window, no blinds, no nothing. And mama had to go and, get some sheets to put up to the window. Then finally her sister husband came and hung her some blinds like in the living room and the the bedroom that I was gonna be in, the bedroom mama was gonna be in, but my mama had two extra bedrooms for her other two kids, right? But it wasn't none in those rooms with no blinds to the windows. We just kept the doors closed. And so we started doing good from there. We started coming up from there. And not mad at her for pushing mama out, but at the end of the day, God made people do some things sometimes. And even if it wasn't God that made her do that, but let's just say if it was God, because I don't know, she don't know. We ain't never got no answer to why she just pushed mama on out. But God will make people do things sometimes in order for him to take you where he need to take you, you know. So anywho, I'm not mad about it. It is what it is because we much greater than what we were. So um we only stayed in the projects for a couple of months, and this is what has started me to getting my GED. That's what I was telling y'all about. This what has started me to get my GED because staying in the projects in order to I think keep your rent down or something like that, I had to go to school or go to work. So I had started going to school and I didn't know they that bus was coming out there in front of the projects every day for people to get on and just sit there and take your GED test while the bus just sit there in front of the projects. We ain't go nowhere. The bus just sat there. It was a GED bus. And so we stayed in the projects for so long. And then we finally moved out because the rent mama had it kept going up and down because mama had got her job at Walmart. And it's like I couldn't get a job for nothing. I was waiting for like a whole year before I actually got a job at Walmart. A whole year. And so anyway, mama doing good. Mama saving her money up. Let's backtrack a little bit because I mentioned saving money. It was I knew I was responsible because mama she had this safe, right? And she had to have this safe because her sister that I was telling y'all about, the one that didn't like me, right? She was on drugs and she was stealing stuff from you. And I remember one night she had kicked us out and locked us out the house. My mama groceries was in the house, our clothes and everything was in the house, and we outside in the parking lot, just loud and just. Her brother had came to pick us up, and the police out the door, and now the police done showed up, and my auntie she come down the stairs crying like we did something to her. No, they ain't got to leave. They can stay. I don't want them to leave. Just carrying on, child. But anyway, um, yeah, mama used to have me hold her money for her and stuff. I used to have to hold mama money. But so we was in the projects for a while. Not that long. I don't even think we stayed a whole year. If anything, we stayed a year. They didn't want us to leave because mama was a good tenant. Like her house was clean. They ain't never really have to do a real inspection on mama because our house was always clean. So I told mama when she started working at Walmart and was there for a little while and We finally got on flat rate rent in the projects because we got tired of it going up and down every time she got a raise because she had just started a job at Walmart or whatever. And you got your 90-day raise, then they was giving raises like whatever else at the time. I don't know. But anyway, mama money just kept going up and they kept trying to go up on the rent. And so mama finally got on the flat rate rent to keep from having the rent go up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. So after paying like at the time, I think it was only like 400 or something that mama was paying for a 4-bedroom flat in the projects. And so I had told mama, I was like, Mom, I was like, it's time to go. I was like, let's try to find us somewhere else to stay. Right? Me still not working. So before we move though, before I move with y'all real quick, I just want to tell y'all about how my brother, he ended up coming. He was staying with us. He started working a job at the chicken plant. He was out there doing stuff he had no business doing, and yeah, he was working and stuff. I forgot what was I finna tell you about my brother. Oh, so while he was out there doing stuff he had no business doing or whatever, one of his friends was selling a car. This motherfucker, when I tell you this car was so raggedy, man, you had to get the car up over 60 before it switched gears, right? Mind you, we weren't even from here. So we was happy to get that goddamn car. Let me tell you, that car backfired and everything on you. But we were so happy to get that car. Mama paid $900 for this car. And the transmission was about to go in and everything else was wrong with it, child. Every time we got in the car and ride up the street, we had to put gas in the car. But we was riding though. So places that took us just 5 minutes to get to, it took us 10, 15, 20 minutes because we didn't really know our way around here, and I took the circle for everything when I ain't have to do that. But I learned my way around here though. So I told mama, I was like, it's time to move. It's time to move. So I found us somewhere to stay. I found us somewhere to stay. And I had found some apartments that we moved in. So we moved into us a 2-bedroom townhouse apartment. Now by this time, we was only there for like probably a couple of months, and now mama kids starting to come back together because my sister, she had came to visit. But when she came to visit, I think my daddy thought that she was leaving him. And he never did come back to get her or something like that. She got her own story on her end. She got her own story. But we get over here in these apartments and we just start doing good from there. My mama kids, we all back together now. It was a 2-bedroom tight. It is what it is. We made it work. We fought. We did all that, but we were siblings, we was family, we loved each other, we lived together. It is what it is. Long story short, we stayed over there a while. Now I tell mama again, maybe probably like after staying over there, probably about 2 years, something like that, maybe 3, maybe a little longer. Yeah, it could have been longer. Yeah, it was longer than that. It was longer than that. Because what had happened was I finally started working at Walmart. I had done saved up $1,000. And it was this guy I used to drop off at home every day in these apartments. So one day I dropped him off, and they was a guy was in one of the apartments over there remodeling them. And I asked the guy how much it was and blah blah blah. He, how much it was because he was just in there doing the apartment. So then I y'all, so I went down to the realtor company. It was downtown. I went there. Mama was with me. I did the application. Um, I think we went to go and see the apartment. And when I went and seen the apartment, I knew that I was going to be meeting the realtor people there at the apartment to see the apartment. So I hadn't did the application, seen the apartment, or seen the apartment, did the application. One or the other. However, I remember I went with money in hand, and that's all I know when it came to renting. If you feel like you ain't gonna get something, come with money in hand. Cause when they see that money, they gonna dodge everything that they supposed to be doing just to get that money. Okay, so that's what I always did. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't lying. Ask mama. Anytime we try to get anything, we always had our money in hand so they could see it, so we can get it. So I had finally moved out and got me my own apartment. Mama couldn't believe it. Mama was saying so sad when I was doing my application and everything. That's why I'm smiling because just thinking about her that day. She was like, Tiana, you ain't ready. Tiana, you ain't ready. Tiana, why you got to be moving out now? Like, what you moving for? Like, girl, I ain't had nothing but $1,000. And if I would have known any better, honey, I would have stayed where I was at with them $1,000 because $1,000 was enough to cover me getting up in there, turning the lights on and stuff like that. And after that, I was broke. I was broke, struggling for a little bit though. That's why I always say that people have their season because at the time my season was around October because everything it's like everything was hitting at one time, the tag and everything, renewal and all that. So stayed there for a while, broke my lease and everything. And how did I end up down this road telling y'all about this? And I'm just telling y'all I'm an introvert and how I just didn't. I say that I don't. But yeah, we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna stop right there because I don't went all the way down to this road, and baby, I don't think that this road finna end because I was just enjoying being on memory lane. But long story short, our struggles, hard times, my mama breakup, that led us to where we is today. And I thank God for where I'm at today. And I need to stop saying that I'm not a people person. And I need to stop saying that I'm mean. I need to stop saying that because I think that I say that because of where I came from and what I had to do and how I was coming up. But that's not who I am today. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. I'm really not a mean person. I'm really not. I'm really not. But I can be. See, that's two different things. I can be, but I'm really not. I'm really a sweet person. I really do a lot of stuff for people, especially when I love you or, you know, or know you. I do stuff for people. I like to do stuff for people. It brings joy to me to do stuff for people. And then for me to say that I'm not a people person, I think that's a lie too because I'm the type of person where I do stay in the house, but I love company. I love company. I love hanging out with good people. I'm just the type of person like if I had it my way, I just want to surround myself with good people. even if it ain't just family. I just want to be around good people, good, positive people. I thrive off positivity. Negativity, when I'm around negativity, drama, messiness, attitudes, stuff like that, it triggers my attitude. So that's why I have to surround myself with good people. That's why I call myself mean, because my attitude get triggered real easy. Real easy, but I can't help it though. I can't help it. I be trying though so hard, but I'm a long way from where I used to be. I can say that. But in due time, I'm gonna be a better person. I already am. But one thing I can say is, for anybody that's out there that is going through a fucked up relationship, that's not independent or have your own mind, you feel like you can't stand on your own 2 feet. Only thing I'm gonna tell you is you can do it. You can do it. You can make it. You can leave. You don't have to stay. And I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I know you done prayed about it, and I know you done asked God to help you, and I know that you done asked God to remove this person or that person out your life, and He probably have done it. But then, being the person that you are, like we all can be, you go back. You stay for whatever reason, out of fear. No, I'm gonna say you stay out of fear. You stay out of fear, and you feel like you can't make it on your own. But I'm gonna tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. No matter how alone you look, you is never alone. And God gonna help you get where you need to go. God gonna help you be able to stand on your own 2 feet. God gonna help pull you through whatever it is that you got going on. Don't ever think that you're alone, because God is always with you as long as you want Him there. And that's for real. Sometimes change is good. We just be scared of that change, but change be good. And one thing that I could say about here, and y'all know y'all heard me say it for plenty of years, that I was leaving here, I ain't want to be here, I ain't like it here. I thank God for for being here though. Right here. Right here in Polar, Alabama. I thank God for it, because it changed our lives. Being here changed our lives. We may not be around our family that's here, but we got each other. We got each other. And you may not go with nobody. You might have to go alone. But just know, going alone don't mean that you're still alone. God is always with you, and you'll find some new friends. You'll find some new people. You're always gonna find some new people where you go. Now, I ain't found too many friends, because I'm the type of person where I don't have to. I really don't need friends like that. I really don't need friends like that. I wouldn't mind having like one or two friends, but I really don't need friends like that. As long as I got my family and my husband, that's all I need. Yep, that's it. And now y'all. So we done been in each other's life for how long? Yep, yep, yep. Long enough. We been family. So I go through my changes, my ups, my downs, my little swings and stuff like that. But that's just part of life. That's just part of who he is. That's just part of person being a person, human. That's part of being human. And as long as I have to go through that for to change myself for the better, it is what it is. It's probably just part of the process, the journey. But anywho, all the time, Leslie. But yeah, so the oldest of three and always protected and fought for my siblings. I was blessed with a friend from eighth grade to present day. My circle is small still. Yeah, mine's too. So long story short, it was long but short at the same time. um, I'm going to focus on stop saying Tiana. You're gonna focus on stop saying that you are mean. Stop saying that. Stop saying that you're not a people person because you are. So I'm just trying to be a better me, y'all. That's all. Just trying to be a better me. You know what? Because being this better me, it's only going to help me in the long run. You know what? God is good. That's why I said I think I'm on a healing journey. I think I'm on a healing journey. Because when you think about it, it makes sense for God to be trying to get me together. My attitude, my ways, my all of that. It makes sense for him to be trying to get me together now. You want to know why? Because I got a little ways to go in school before I graduate. And being in the nail industry, you got to have a certain attitude. So I feel like God is trying to rinse me out on the inside. He trying to clean me up. And also giving me the desire to want to be cleaned up. Because it's going to help me in the long run in the profession that I'm trying to uh, do. It's only going to help me. So I thank God for this cleaning, this cleaning out, this purging, whatever he doing. I thank God for it. Cause I definitely need it. I why I can't say that? Definitely need it. I definitely need it. I need it. I need it for myself. Because I've been holding myself back for a long time. And I'm tired of holding myself back from being who I really am on the inside that y'all see. I've been holding myself back. And I'm tired of holding myself back because it's not hurting nobody but me. Because I want better. I want to be better. I just want to change. I want to change. Because I know that some of these ways of mine, it's not me, it's my dad. It's not me, it's my dad. It's my dad. And I know that. So I got to change that. But one thing I'm not going to say is I'm not going to say that I'm not going to be like him. Can't help it. He taught me to be the way that I am. But I got to change my thinking. And yeah, I got to change the ways, some things that he taught me that I don't like, that I know ain't, just don't fit me. It just don't fit me because it's ugly. So I got to change some of those ways, that those things that he just put in me to think or believe. I'm telling you one thing about him now. He was a master manipulator. He made me believe a lot of things that weren't true. Some things, I ain't gonna say a lot of things. Some things that wasn't true. And I hate having these talks about him because that's my daddy, but and I know if he was here he wouldn't like that shit. But you know what? He ain't here. So I can let it out. Cause even being 38 years old, if my daddy heard me saying this shit he was saying, I promise y'all his ass will drive. And I would get a knock on the door, and time I open the honey, I don't think it would be a pretty sight. I don't think it would be a pretty sight because he ain't give not two flying funky ifs, okay? He didn't care. That man didn't care. That man was crazy. And we knew it. We knew not to play with him, and everybody else did too. So, yeah, I'm glad I could live freely as an adult. Baby, that man did not play. But I do miss him at times. I do miss him. I do miss him though. He was the way he was. He wasn't a big communicator. We didn't really, communicate like that. But one thing about it, he ain't never he ain't never know or felt that I felt a certain way about him. I tell you that much. He ain't never know that. Never. And the one time that I tried to kind of hint around to it. No, one time I tried to tell him, and he gonna tell me that's just life. That's just how life is. But then right before he died, I tried to tell him, I forgive you for the way that you were. That's what I told him. I said, I forgive you for the way that you were. And he looked at me and he said, say what now? I ain't even repeat myself. Cause sick and all, I probably would have got it. Okay. He was sick and all. I probably still would have got it. Okay. But I wanted to tell him though. And I told him that I said that because I wanted him to apologize to me for his ways. But I kind of think that he must don't even know how bad he was in a way. I don't think he know. My daddy was soft hearted too. He was soft hearted too. My daddy cried in a minute, child. But he was ruthless too. Nah. But he was soft hearted now. He was soft hearted. And I kinda think that my daddy get that from his mama. Cause my grandma is so soft hearted. And I think I get it double time because my mama she's soft hearted and my daddy he was soft hearted. But my mama was even more soft hearted. Like you can't talk about nothing with my mama, she be crying. And my sister, she just like that too. So me, my sister, my mama, we is a bag. Oh, my brother, he is too. He ain't as bad as us though. But me, my mama, and my sister, man, we be crying off everything, anything, honey. We just be crying, honey. Just that's why I cry the way that I do. Just talking with y'all because I'm so sensitive. I'm so sensitive. I don't know why I'm so sensitive, but I'm sensitive. So sensitive. And I had thought about that too the other day when I was telling y'all that I'm sensitive. I thought about it the other day too. And I was like, I wonder if I'm so sensitive. And you know what? Remember I told y'all I got anxiety? I, I thought about that too. I said, you know what? I believe my anxiety and my Let me tell you something. If I didn't learn to drive, my anxiety is so bad. If I and I wasn't diagnosed, I diagnosed myself. Okay, but my anxiety is so bad to the point where if I didn't learn to drive at 16 years old, my sister taught me how to drive. 15. If I didn't learn to drive at 15, I probably wouldn't be driving now. My mama don't drive. My mama don't drive because she got nerve problems. But if I didn't learn to drive then, I probably wouldn't be driving now neither because I got nerve problems. I got nerve problems. I have those anxiety issues and paranoia sometimes and stuff like that. Like I be like that sometimes, especially in the car and somebody else driving, and even me driving myself. I'm getting better, but even me driving myself, like sometimes I be scared of the other, drivers and stuff. I'm a very, very safe driver because of my anxiety. So I kind of think that my anxiety came from my dad because, like I told y'all, he didn't do nothing but holler. Like we used to be so glad for him to lose his voice because every day it was just hollering and fussing, and that hollering and fussing led to him hitting you and stuff, getting a whooping by something. So we used to be glad for his ass to lose his voice, or he'll go back there in his room. He'll be like, "Go on in your room. I'll be in there in a minute. I'm finna tear y'all ass up." We be so glad for him to go back there in that back room, child, and be done smoked his weed, baby. And then he come out, he be smiling and happy, and be done forgot all about he wanted to whoop us. So yeah, all that hollering and stuff, I think that's what did it for real. Just messed me up in that way for real. That's why I said I don't think that. That's why I think I don't like loud noises and like booms and pops and guns and fireworks and stuff like that. I can't stand those. It's just like it do something to me on the inside. It just have me so timid and scary and just even fussing and arguing and stuff. Like I would do it, but still like somebody else doing it, it just have me like, like that because that's all I went through growing up, So it did something to me though, for real. I ain't gonna lie. All that his ways, it affected me, for real. It really have. But I just live with it. I just live with it. So, but it was nice talking with y'all this morning. Topic came up, a good topic. I got to finish getting ready. I'm gonna go get me some breakfast. And y'all have an amazing day because I'm gonna have me one. Mom was extremely hard on us, a strong disciplinary, especially on me. I don't even think my dad ever raised his voice. I only got one spanking from because my mom wanted him to, but it didn't hurt. Yeah, I pretended it did though. Yeah, yeah. See, my dad used to do that to my mama just so we wouldn't be mad with him. And like a lot of times he fussed and raised hell, but when it came to me and my sister, a lot of times he didn't whoop us because he will force my mama to do it just to keep us from being mad with him. Yep, my daddy was like that though. Telling you he was a manipulator. I'm telling you, that man was something else for real. And I think sometimes he don't like when I talk about that because if I put the bracelet on, I could wear that bracelet today. Thank you, Miss Rosalind. You do the same. I could wear that bracelet today. But if I put that bracelet on, I guarantee you that bracelet will fall off. Cause I think he don't like when I talk about him. I don't think he like it. That's why I said if he was here, he wouldn't like that shit. But let me tell y'all what I did though. So for my husband's birthday, we went shopping. I had gave him some money And that night, the day of his birthday, we was laying in bed, and I was like, you know what? I want to give you something. If I give you something, will you take it? And he was like, what is it? So anywho, I had gave him my dad's bracelet. I gave him my dad's bracelet. And I was like, I had told him, I was like, I'm giving you this bracelet because, for one, it means a lot to me. And I do want to keep this bracelet in the family. And if anything was to happen to you, I'm going to get it back. Because I do want the bracelet to stay in the family. I do want to be able to maybe pass it to um, my nephews or something like that, when they get old enough to understand the sentimental value of it or something like that, But I do want to keep the bracelet in the family. And I told my husband, I was like, this is my dad's bracelet. I was like, I'm a woman. Yes, I'm his child. I feel like he watches over me. I said, but you didn't have a man to teach you how to be a man, And I know my dad watches over me because this bracelet falls off at certain times and stuff. So I know they got to be nobody but him. And I was like, so since I feel like he's watching over me, I feel like he'll watch over you. So I want to give you this bracelet so my dad can watch over you. I was like, but maybe he will want for you to have this too. Because for one, my dad approved of my husband, to be my husband. And if my dad had to do it all over again, maybe it'll happen through you. You know, it'll happen through you by you having this bracelet. So you show him how that you know how to treat his daughter right. You show him that you know how to be a good man to his daughter. And by you wearing that bracelet, he's watching over you and, you know, probably could see that, you know. So if he had to do it again, you show him how to do it right. And that's what I told my husband. My husband, he was just smiling when I told him. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, but you can't take this bracelet out of this family though. And he was like, I understand. So I gave it to my husband, and that same night, right? It was the day before his birth. No, it was his birthday. I think it was his. Yeah, it was his birthday that night. I think it was. Yeah, that night that I gave it to him. Yeah, it was the night of his birthday because I think I gave it to him like it was after 12. I think it was because I was up. I did on video with y'all saying happy birthday to him, but I think after we had got our video, yeah, after we got our video and stuff, that's when I did this. And so, what was I finna say though? Oh yeah, so that same night, right? I gave him a bracelet and put it on his arm. It fell off. It fell off. It fell off. And I told him, I said, well, just I was like, just pay attention, when you wear the bracelet. I said, because when you wear this bracelet around certain occasions and certain times, he make the bracelet fall off. I was like, so when it fell off that day, I told him, I said, he was just telling you happy birthday. That's what it was. He was telling him happy birthday. And so we put it back on, and it never came back off or nothing. We hung out Saturday and all. It never fell off. We hung out Friday night. It didn't fall off, but it fell off when we was here at home, and after I had put it on him or whatever, and I just told him. He said he was just telling you happy birthday. I don't drive either, but I'm the best shotgun. But anyway, I'm fixing to go, y'all. I love y'all. I'm lotion down. I just gotta finish up. I'm finna go get me something to eat. I love y'all, and I will check in with y'all later. Okay. I will check in with you later. Okay then. Well, just call me. Call me later on. Call me later on. Call me by. Just call me later. And if I don't answer, I'll call you back. How about that one? Well, so just call me. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I will check in with y'all later on tomorrow sometime. Probably in the morning. Hopefully. Okay. Peace out. Y'all have a good day.